everyone! Since it is the new year, I thought it would be a good idea to go over every single book that I have in my physical TBR. It is expansive. I have a bunch of them over here. I have them here, here, up here. I want to reorganize them anyway, so I thought it'd be a good idea to like film this video, take them all down, show you each one. I might not describe each one, but I'll show you what I got. I think it's a good idea because like I can see all the books I had in the beginning of the year and then compare it to the end of the year. I'll know all the books that I read off of my physical TBR that were here since the beginning. So I'm excited to do this. If you have read any of these books that I show, please do comment that down below and comment like how you felt about the book and stuff. I'm very interested to see. But anyways, let's just get started. These are the Wordsworth editions, I think. These came battered, hurt. It's okay. I told Amazon and I got my money back for them, so don't worry about me. But I have Jane Eyre. And then I have Peter Pan, which I have read, so this technically isn't on my physical TBR because I have read this. I just, look at this cover, you know, kind of had to buy it. I don't usually buy multiple books of a book I already own, even if it's a special edition. I'm just like, I don't care. But that one was so beautiful, I kind of had to. I love fairies, so. Anne of Green Gables, or Anne of Green Gables. I don't know how y'all pronounce it, but that's fine. Little Women. I'm excited most to read this one because I kind of want to watch the movie. I know a lot of people don't like the movie with like Timothée Chalamet, I think, is in it, and Pugh, Florence Pugh, is that her name? But I'm interested to watch it, okay? So Little Women. And then Wuthering Heights. I've heard this is a great book to read during the winter months, so this might be one of the first classics I pick up soon. This year I'm trying to diversify my reads a lot more. I'm trying to get more authors made by people of color or people of color stories and queer stories and stuff. I'm trying to get more of those into my reads because I want to diversify it. So here I have The Pillow Talk. This is about like a Japanese woman during like the feudal era of Japan, like her life at court during that era of Japan, and I find that very interesting because you don't really get to know a lot of information about the women during that period. So I'm excited to read this one. Next I have The Guide. I cannot remember what this one much was about, but I think it's supposed to be kind of like funny. It's supposed to be about this guy who kind of turns into a holy man, and he's like half holy, half not. I don't know. It's supposed to be kind of funny, so I'm interested to read it. Next, I have No Longer Human. This is just something I've always kind of wanted to read. If ya know Bungo Stray Dogs, you know what this is. And then next we have The Living is Easy. This is about a woman during the Harlem Renaissance. A cult classic by one of the Harlem Renaissance's youngest members. So I'm very interested to read about this. And then we have Cane. This one is cool because it's written in like a lot of different types of styles. Like it has poetry, but then it has short story and stuff like that. And yeah, you can see it's like written in a bunch of like different styles throughout. And I'm excited to read that. I have these 3 books that I did not finish this Christmas season, so I will have to be putting these on the back burner till Christmas. I have The Proposal, which I am reading now, and this is just a sci-fi. It's fun so far. It's written in like a letter style type, but like I'm receiving the letters, so I feel like a main character and I love it. And then I also have another sci-fi, which is Elder Race. I have one more sci-fi coming on later up, but this is Elder Race, a sci-fi. This sci-fi is kind of like a fantasy sci-fi. Very interested to see what that's about. All these books were in my winter TBR video, so I will just go over them real quick. Emma, Legends and Lattes, Brushing Cat, A Winter's Promise, A Dark and Drowning Tide, Unbound, which I have been wanting to read so much, yet still haven't started. I don't know why. I don't know what's wrong with me. And then The Foxwife. Next is the books that I received in my Advent calendar. That's what it's called. The Crescent Moon Tea Room. Hell Followed With Us. Orlando. This is my other sci-fi. A Psalm for the Wild Build. It's about robots and a monk. The Snow Child. Remarkably Bright Creatures. Lady Macbeth. I feel like I'm doing really fuck-ass faces while I'm doing this. Squire. The Lore of the Wilds with just the most beautiful cover. I fucking love this cover so much. Dog. And Nothing Like the Movies. Days at the Morisaki Bookshop. Terms and Conditions. I honestly feel like I just want to get rid of this book. I don't know if I will ever read it. I really don't. It's been on my TBR for so long. I just have no desire. I don't know why. I read the first one and I was like, oh, I love it. But that was like when I was really into romance and like rom-coms. I'm not so much anymore. So I'm just not sure how I feel about this. I think I'll try to give it a chance, but I'm feeling very iffy about keeping it. Murakami? No, that's his name, not the book title. Norwegian Wood. Wildfire. Dungeons and Dramas. This is a romance that I am actually excited about. I know I just showed a lot of romances and acted like I don't care to read them, but this one I am excited about. The Love Match. Anatomy. This is also another romance, but I want to read this during the autumn time. It's so autumn coded. Next we have Open Throat, another graphic novel. Mamo? I'm not sure how to say it, but I'm gonna go with Mamo. This is Marigold Mind Laundry. I'm so excited about this, and this is a special edition with sprayed edges. My only sprayed edge book, and I think this gives similar vibes to When the Coffee Gets Cold, because like they travel like in time through it, but through a laundry mat, I'm guessing, instead of a coffee shop. So I love When the Coffee Gets Cold. Surely I'll love this. Hunter School. This book is really cool because it's like an autobiography mixed with like folklore and fiction of like a Taiwanese man, and I'm really excited to read it. It sounds really cool. Then we have The Tales of Kenji Miyazawa, Once and Forever. This is like a short story collection, and I think I'm gonna just like read this throughout the year. It's quite a big short story collection, so I don't think it's something that I can just read in one sitting. Plus, I don't feel like short stories are meant to be read all in one sitting. I just feel like you need to ponder upon what you're reading when you're reading a short story, because they put a lot of information in such a short little way. It's something you need to think about. So this is something I'm going to read throughout the year. Next we have In the Praise of Shadows, Breakfast at Tiffany's. Never read it, never watched the movie, so excited to see it. Next we have The Poet's House. I got this book because I saw on someone's bookstagram that they recommended like books for horoscopes, and I'm a Pisces, and they said this is a good book for a Pisces, so I'm buy it. You know, I need it. Then you said it's for Pisces, I'm a Pisces, I need it. Thank you. Next is Kaikei. I don't think I pronounced that right. I don't know what this is a retelling of, but it says it's a retelling. That's interesting. I also love the paper. It's kind of like, I don't know if you can see it, but it's like those ribbed kind of thing. I love it. It's like kind of giving old, and like I'm reading a old tome of a book. Next we have The Scottish Boy. This book scares me. I'm gonna go rapid fire through some of these because I think y'all know. I think I've talked about most of these on this channel before. We have Dreadful by Caitlin, spelled the same way as me. That's why I bought it. Arcades Progeny. The Z Word. Fallen Thorns. Then we have Blood Moon Sanctum. I don't know what this book is about, but I'm excited to read. Capture the Crown. Again, don't know what this book is about. I found it at a used bookstore. It's hard for me to find used English books here, obviously. So when I do, even if I don't really know what the book's much about, I tend to try to get one because I just think it's fun. So I loved buying used books. So I got this one, Capture the Crown. I know it's a series, don't know what it's about, but I'll give it a whirl. Then we have Soul of the Deep. This is the second book in a series, and I read the first book in the summer of last year, and I'm gonna read this one also in the summer because this is a mermaid fantasy. Mistress of Lies. And next is a series. These are my last two books on my physical TBR. Fire Daughter's Keeper and Warrior Girl Unearthed. I don't know if they're like continuations of each other or if it's like two standalones within a series, but I do know that they go together. Yeah, these are the last two on my physical TBR. So now it is time to count every book that I have. I have 56 books on my physical TBR. Wow, that is the most books I've ever had on my physical TBR. I like to have a lot of books on my TBR because I do YouTube now. Before I did YouTube, I didn't really have that many. I kept it around 30 and below. But I feel like for doing YouTube, it is easiest to have a bigger TBR because then I can make more videos like TBR Jar picks my reads, or like certain videos like I'm gonna read classics or I'm gonna read sci-fi. Watch out for those. I think this is a good amount of books. I don't think it's too many. I think it's just enough for me to have, you know, a good collection. I want to thank you for watching this video. Please leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed and want to see more of me. Like I said in the beginning, comment down below any of these books if you have read them and tell me how you felt about them. And if you haven't read any, comment down below which one you would like to read the most. I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye bye.